Hey guys, it's Josh here. Well, I said I'd keep doing updates for you guys on my Tommy John rehab, and I haven't done one in a while, so this is the third video. I'm currently going on 13 weeks. I did a video just a couple of weeks ago, but a few things have changed since then. Rehab's been pretty good. It's been pretty relaxed for the most part. Nothing too crazy yet or anything, no major issues. At first, we'll just talk about sort of what I've been struggling with during rehab. At first, mainly it was just the diet, because I didn't realize that you gain weight right after surgery because you're not doing anything, and your body is kind of like packing on food, trying to heal things. And I gained a lot of water weight at first. Not everybody does, but I definitely did. And it came off really fast, but I've kind of retained a little bit of that weight. So one of my primary struggles has been diet, just trying to diet and change the way that I've been eating, and eat a little bit better, be more nutritious with my meals, plan things out better, kind of, I don't want to say counting calories, but for the first time in my life, I'm kind of actually really needing to look at what I'm eating. I'm 23 and a half years old, sort of hitting that metabolic wall where becoming an older male adult, and you just kind of like put weight on. I don't know, it's weird. I mean, it's normal, but I'm getting used to it. And my arm is healing really well. The range of motion is good. No major problems with that. I've had some inner elbow, some ulnar area soreness, right where the graft was put, and so that's kind of, it was a little bit scary to me at first. I haven't had the surgery before. It worried me, but come to find out, it's just a tight tendon, some tight muscles in there from doing a lot of repetitive forearm strengthening exercises. So talked to my trainer and talked to the therapist, and we got that all worked out. Started back on a band program this last week. We're doing everything on the bands except for chest flies, because it opens up the elbow, and internal rotation, because obviously it puts a lot of that strain on the inside of the elbow. Everything else has been really good. Strength is coming back great. My leg feels really good after using the graft. I ran 4 miles 3 or 4 days ago, and I felt pretty good doing it. My speed is coming back. Mile time is going back down. My cardio is getting better. It's really tough to do the core work, because a lot of the core work that you typically would do would maintain, or it would require you to hold a medicine ball and do weird things with your arms. Well, I can't do a whole lot of that stuff with my right arm right now, so I'm kind of battling with that issue. But I wanted to do this video. I'm in the car. I wanted to do this video right now because I just had a couple of thoughts that I thought would be really important to put in to this video. One of the biggest things that I've seen so far is I just want to work out. I'm an athlete. I have been since I was 4 years old, and it feels like I'm going through sports withdrawals, where I can't play basketball, I can't go out and play catch with a football or do anything like that. It's just like it's driving me nuts. And running is like cool, it's running, but when you're an athlete, you're used to competing at something, and it's been driving me nuts not having anything to really compete with. It just doesn't feel right. And I tend to be a really, just kind of like a go kind of person, and I'm pretty motivated. But sitting around at home being a homebody is not really something that I'm good at doing. And there's only so much rehab you can do every day until your arm starts to get tired, and it's really easy to overdo it, especially in the beginning. And so I'm having to hold back. In the gym, I can catch myself trying to lift too much, or like getting ready to move a plate off of a machine or something like that, where I've been doing leg work, and I'll go to grab it with my right arm and I have to stop myself, and it's kind of scary sometimes, where it's so easy. It'd be so easy to just overdo it and do something wrong. And that kind of leads into what I wanted to talk about just really quickly, and that's the value of time. And you talk about time, and this is a really unique situation for me where I'm learning a lot. The biggest lesson I've had so far is patience, just to be patient. And I think a lot of you have sort of seen on things that I've posted so far, the hashtag that I'm using on a lot of the pictures or posts or anything like that, trust the process, that's a big thing for me right now, just because I'm learning to trust the process more than ever. You know, they say that as a baseball player, you kind of have to fall in love with the process of training more than you fall in love with the game, because the game is going to cause you to fail, especially like as a hitter. You're going to fail at least 70% of the time. If you hit 300 throughout your whole career, you're going to be playing pro ball or further. You'll be in the MLB, and if you continue that, then someday you'll be Hall of Fame. So when you're failing 70% of the time, you have to fall in love with the process of just work, because when you're in love with success, you're not gonna have a good time. It's gonna be incredibly frustrating for you. Right now, my process is understanding that less is more, and I'm so used to just training almost taking it too far sometimes. And you know, that might be part of why I hurt my arm in the first place, just repeatedly over a long period of time, trying to throw too hard, trying to throw too much, trying to do too much work, not giving my arm the rest it needs. And the tough part is when you first go through rehab, or at least for myself, you know, I'm not in the shape that I used to be in, and that's tough. It's tough to accept. And you know, just wanting to be that elite athlete again, or to go back to, you know, running 100%, lifting 100%, being able to throw, and it's a really humbling experience for me. It's been good, but I think what I've learned is that your time is extremely valuable. And when you study successful people, they talk all the time about how it's important to do something right the first time so that you don't have to do it a second time, because if you have to do it a second time, you'll waste even more time. So if you just do it right the first time, even if it takes you longer, then it'll save you time in the long run, because you don't have to do it twice. You don't need to backtrack. You see so many guys these days have their first Tommy John surgery and maybe don't rehab it right, or they didn't get the right surgeon, or they didn't take care of themselves, or their diet wasn't right, or they tried to bounce back too fast. Whatever it is, if you try and rush things, you're gonna end up doing it twice. There are guys out there right now that have had Tommy John 2, 3, 4, 5 too many times. And I don't want to be one of those guys. So I guess just learning to relax and trust this process, and accept that it's going to take a while, and that my body is not in the shape that it was in, but it'll get back to it, and that I'm not the athlete that I was right now. I'm not the athlete that I have been, but I will be again. And that's a really tough pill to swallow. It's a tough lesson to learn, but I'm learning it. I think that's just what hit me. I just left the gym. I was just in the gym, and the thing that just hit me the hardest was just, you know, like, relax, dude. Trust the process. Just take your time. Like, I'll bounce back. It's gonna be okay. But just realizing that if I rush it, it's not gonna work out. I won't come back. And then my time really is wasted. Then I've wasted the time with the surgery. Then I've wasted the time during rehab. And it could get up to be a whole year of time wasted, where I could have been putting that time towards something else. So it's more important to do it right the first time than to try and rush through it and come back too fast and then end up doing it a second time. Doesn't make any sense. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at 13 weeks, and everything else is pretty smooth. So I'll make another video if anything changes. I'll let you guys know. Keep working hard. You know, trust the process, and keep going. Good luck.